Hi everyone, my name is Ankunda Racheal, a student at Victoria University pursuing Masters in Project Management and Planning, and today I'm going to present my research proposal on the impact of social media usage on social behavior among the youth, a case study of Chenjojo Town Council, Chenjojo District. This presentation will briefly take you through the background of the study, problem statement, purpose of the study, research objectives, scope of the study, significance of the study, five authors that pin my study, research design, study preparation, sampling techniques, data correction, research methods, data analysis techniques, data correction procedures, and ESCO considerations. So, we are going to start with the background of the study. When we go to background of the study, social media has become a major part of people's lives globally. Platforms like Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram, and TikTok, which are widely used by the youth. Social media has transformed communication by enabling instant global interactions. However, it has also led to notable changes in youth behavior, including reduced face to face interactions, mental health challenges, and strained relationships. Social media has transformed communication by enabling instant global interactions. However, it has also led to notable changes in youth social behavior, including reduced face to face interactions, mental health challenges, and strained relationships. Globally, studies show how raising cases of cyberbullying, addiction, anxiety, and depression among the young people linked to excessive social media use. Across Africa and East Africa, similar trends are observed, including social isolation, online harassment, and declined interpersonal communication. In Uganda, these concerns are evident, with research highlighting issues such as academic performance, social withdrawal, depression, and increased conflicts among the youth due to social media usage. After that, we are going to look at the problem statement. In recent years, social media usage among the youth, especially in Chenjejo Town Council, which is my case of the study, has increased rapidly due to better internet access and smartphones that was not there before. However, this has led to a rise in cases of cyberbullying, social withdrawal, and reduced academic and social engagement. These growing challenges highlighting the need to study on how social media affects young behaviors and provide solutions for providing their well-being. Purpose of the study. The purpose of the study is to examine the impact of social media usage on social behavior on the youth in Chenjojo Town Council and provide recommendations to address the challenges identified. What are the research objectives of the study? When we go to the research objectives of the study, we have the general objectives and the specific objective. Our general objective will be to assess the impact of social media usage on social behavior among the youth in Chenjojo Town Council, Chenjojo District. Then we will have other three specific objectives that will be to investigate the effect of social media platforms used on social behavior among the youth. We shall also have to explore the influence of nature of content accessed on social media on social behavior. We shall also look at examining the relationship between the frequency of social media use and social behavior. Then from there, we shall go on the scope of the study. This study focuses on the impact of social media usage on social behavior of youth in Chenjojo Town Council, Chenjojo District. It examines the platforms used, the type of content accessed, and how often social media is used. This study targets youth of Chenjojo Town Council, including students, unemployed youth, and young professionals. It will cover the period of from 2020 to 2026. What will be the significance of this study? This study will help explain how social media affects youth behavior, both positively and negatively. It will provide useful information to policymakers, educators, parents, community leaders in Change Town Council. The findings will guide the development of programs and policies that promote responsible social media use to reduce negative effects like cyberbullying and encourage youth engagement in both online and offline activities. And more to that, we shall go on the major authors that pin my study. The following are the authors that pin my study. Kus and Griff's 2017. Their work explains social media addiction and how excessive use can negatively affect behavior, leading to dependency and reduced real-life interactions. Anderson and Jiang, 2018, they studied teens' social media use and highlighted how it shapes communication patterns, relationships, and daily behavior among young people. Mtwile ATL 2022, a local Ugandan study showing how social media contributes to youth conflicts, overuse, and negative behavior changes in Chenjejo district. Twenge et al. 2018, their research links increased social media use with rising anxiety, depression, and reduced face-to-face interactions among the youth. We shall go to chapter 2, where we shall have study design, study preparation, research design. On the study design, this study will adopt a mixed method research design, combining both qualitative and quantitative approaches. The qualitative methods used surveys and questionnaire to collect numerical data and social media use and its effects on youth behavior, which was analyzed statistically. The qualitative methods used interviews and focus group discussion to explore deeper experiences and opinions of the youth, parents, and community leaders. This combination will help to provide more complete understanding of the impact of the social media use on social behavior. The study preparation of this study and the sampling techniques, the study population will consist 100 youth aged 15 to 30 years in Chenjejo Town Council. This group will include secondary school students, vocational trainees, and young professionals who use social media for different purposes, such as education, networking, entertainment, and career development. The study also will consider different socio-economic backgrounds, which will influence access to the use of social media. The study will use a sample size of 80 respondents selected from a population of 100 youth in Chenjejo Town Council. Determining using Karenji and Morgan's table, the sample will include secondary school students, vocational training youth, and young professional. Different sampling techniques will be used, including random sampling, stratified sampling, and purposive sampling to ensure fair representation of all groups. Data collection methods and instruments. On these data collection methods instruments, we shall use two tools: the questionnaire and the interview. The questionnaire will be given to secondary school students and vocational training youth to gather information on their social media use and impact on the behavior. The questionnaires will include both closed and open-ended questions to administer either online or on paper. In-depth interviews will be used to conduct with young professionals to gain deeper insights onto how social media affects their professional and social lives. This combination of methods will help collect both numerical data and detailed personal experience. The study will use questionnaire and interview guides to collect data. Questionnaire will be given to secondary school students and vocational training young youth to gather qualitative and quantitative data on their social media use, including frequency, platform used, content accessed, and mode of engagement. Interviews will be conducted with young professionals using some structured guide to explore how social media influence their career development, work-life balance, and social behavior. This will help gather depth personal experience alongside structured responsibility. We shall also look at data analysis techniques. The qualitative data will be collected through questionnaire, which will analyze using SSP's software. The data will be first cleaned to remove errors and missing values. Descriptive statistics such as frequencies, percentages, means, and standard deviations will be used to summarize respondents' characteristics and social media usage patterns. In addition, statistics such as correlation, regression, and ANOVA will be used to examine relationship differences and the over impact of social media use on social behavior. The data collection procedures. Data will be carried out after obtaining permission from relevant authors in Chenjejo Town Council. Questionnaire will be administered to secondary school students and vocational training, either online or on paper form, while in-depth interviews will be conducted with young professionals using some structured interviews guide. The research will ensure clarity, consistency, and confidentiality throughout the process, and all the data will be corrected strictly. We shall continue to look at the ESCO considerations of this study. The study will ensure ESCO standards by obtaining informed consent from all participants before involvement. Confidentiality and anonymity will be maintained by using codes instead of names and storing data surely. They will also have the right to withdraw from the study at any time without any consequences. The research will minimize harm by handling sensitive issues carefully and providing support where necessary. In addition, cultural sensitivity will be observed by respecting local norms and engaging with the community appropriately throughout the study. In conclusion, this study will examine the impact of social media usage on social behavior of youth in Chenjejo Town Council's Chenjejo districts. The findings will highlight both the positive and negative effects of social media on social interactions, behavior, and development. This study will emphasize the need for responsible social media use among the youth and will recommend the involvement of parents, educators, policymakers, community leaders, and guiding and supporting the young youth. I thank you all for your attention and welcome any question or contribution. Thank you so much.